Hello viewers, on YouthWorks this week, we go back to Arua where we have Orijambo Griffin, who is into beekeeping, and in this episode you'll get to learn how he is adding value by packing natural honey and also making candles out of the beeswax in partnership with the communities around him. I hope you will learn and be inspired.
Traditional beekeeping is still practiced in Uganda, and much of the honey produced is from traditional beehives. In this week's episode of YouthWorks, we engage another enterprising young man who has the trauma of the LRA war put behind him and now has dedicated his time into producing honey. It's early morning in this district that borders South Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo. We travel about 30 kilometers to where this young man has decided to invest in beekeeping to kick poverty out of his community. But what is exactly involved in this project?
In this business of beekeeping, the following are supposed to be considered before you start. One is land, where the second one is the availability of water, the environment to keep to put the beehives, and where the trees and actually the forage, where the bees can get their food from within, and you put them, you clean the environment around, you put it in a place where there's water source. But if there's no water source, you put water for them. When they move around and collect the food, they come and they add the water from the upper side. After putting the hives, now you keep on supervising, inspecting, cleaning around to avoid the pests and the other foreign bodies which will interfere with their production.
Inspiration awakens us to new possibilities by allowing us to transcend our ordinary experiences and limitations. Griffin drew his from somewhere as well.
Now, when I was in Nabia Forest College, there are many courses where there was apiary beekeeping was part of the course, and I'd gone to do forestry. So as I had friends in the college, so one of them was doing beekeeping and the apiary project. So this friend was advising me that after the school, let us come and start apiary project, where we will be having beehives and doing the business of honey. I got the idea. I was actually advised that starting the business doesn't need much capital, and it is not expensive. You just organize and put those things, the bees will just work there, you just get your profit out of it. And it has really helped me a lot.
With 200,000 for starting capital, he has witnessed his venture grow in terms of equipment over time.
I started the business in 2004. First of all, we started with the local beehives, which are made by us. And from there, my father helped me with some money to buy the modern beehives. That time we bought 5 beehives, the modern ones. They are called KTB hives. So there were 5, and after that, the number increased to 13 KTB, the modern ones. In 2010, NADS gave us more, 10. So plus the 13, there are 23 modern ones.
If you are to use one of the phrases in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, starting a business is like jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. In midair, the entrepreneur begins building a parachute and hopes it opens before hitting the ground. Griffin shares with us some of the challenges he faced when starting up.
The challenges were, one was a lack of capital, but we started doing agriculture, we raised some money, we bought beehives, the modern beehives to replace the traditional ones. The other challenge was there was land, but it was not cleared. We decided to clear it, and we planted some trees for the bees to get their food from. So the trees grow up, and the bees currently they are getting the food from the trees and the environment around. And also we are maintaining the environment. Also another challenge is pests and rodents. They do disturb the bees in the upper side. But that one, the solution is only to kill the rodents and kill the pests like black ants, wasps. We make sure always we check the upper side and we clean around.
What was the moment when Griffin felt like he was moving a step forward as regards this initiative?
When now we received this beehives from the NGOs, it actually gave me a lot of strength to see that I'm now progressing. And from there, the quantity of the honey I was producing started growing up. So from there, I started now expanding it using the income I got from there. So it is helping. It has helped me a lot to plan more, and I'm looking also for more market to sell off the honey, the products.
This young man has reached out to the community positively through imparting skills and providing employment as a way of pushing the region to the next level.
The project has helped the community by employing the members of the community. In the upper side, I trained 8 members to work in the upper side. And where I sell the honey, I trained about 11 people. They are so far working in processing and packaging, processing the wax, those things in the town Arua, and others also working in Congo, some in Sudan. All those ones I trained them how to deal in the business.
How about that unforgettable moment in this business?
The best moment so far I got was I sold a bigger quantity of honey. It gave me an amount of 500,000 that time. So I was happy, and from that I received more of the beehives from the NGOs.
From this venture, Griffin has been able to facilitate both his needs and those of his siblings.
The income I got, I used it to buy a plot of land, and I bought a motorcycle from the business, from the benefits. And also another benefit I used for my other programs, buying my households, and I used some money to pay school fees for my followers and my relatives, also helping the family at large.
All entrepreneurs should be familiar with the challenges associated with the entrepreneurial process of building a business from scratch. Griffin too has challenges to oust.
There's a lack of enough knowledge, actually skills, to do this business. And the second one is I lack equipments. There are quite a number of equipments. In the apiary, the number of the beehives are very small. They're limited, they're not enough. I'm looking forward to expand it, and that one is in the upper side. And in the business side, there are no equipments for processing the honey, processing the wax, actually all the products of the bee products, the equipments are not enough. And the third challenge I face is the marketing strategies. I don't have a wider marketing strategy to sell off the products after producing those products. And another challenge is also transport. Transporting the products from the apiary site where to the place of processing is a challenge to me.
He also shares what he does as a side job, keeping beekeeping aside.
Apart from the beekeeping, I do the work of a bursar in Golden Treasure Primary School. I've just worked there in the school for 1 year. And I also do farming, that is growing crops and rearing animals to get more income to support me and my plans, help the family.
I would require you to clearly write out your business plan. And in this business plan, I want you to bring out clearly where you want to be after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years, after 5 years.